Good afternoon, people. What can I say? Lidl. And the shirt. Look at that.
Definitely getting into the spirit.
Staff, people, staff. Right, we're doing the Perlenbacker now. How the Perlenbacker was purchased. We've had this one before. I don't know if we ever done it on video, but we have had this one, and obviously the wheat one that we know differently. But from Hamburg we had this. I don't think we videoed this one. Anyway, I think it was a higher ABV a few years ago. You would have seen that on the thumbnail anyway. It comes at 4.9%.
Yeah.
It cost $3.99, but you did get this glass. Now, for someone old school, it's a pretty decent glass. You know, there's a bit of go to it and that. So you got to say, if you were working it out, you'd say the glass was about £2.50 and £1.50 of that.
Yeah, I think if you're not one of these people who collects up loads of glasses, that's actually a decent glass to have in your cabinet, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a proper old school one, you know. And that, as I say, the Perlenbacker bit, we're going to use this one because I've chilled it out a bit, as you can see, because it is very, very warm today.
Oh, finally got some warm weather.
It's warm in England, so you'll know what day this video is taken. God knows when you see it, because I've got mix and match videos here, there and everywhere. I'll say, working out at £1.50, because that's roughly right, isn't it? 4.9% ABV. Things keep dropping off here.
I know, I think it's dog hair.
I did have it on the other way round, but the lady, she was moaning about the lady, so I kind of switched over. That's not me panting, that's the dog. And that's only the little one. So, do you want to give it a pour? And we'll see what we get.
Let's give it a pause.
I'll get the camera ready, because we haven't got a thumbnail at this point. A lot of people have been reviewing this. I have watched a couple of them. I won't mention who,
I haven't.
but I'll more let Michelle take the lead on this, and I'll say a few things that I'm thinking afterwards, and a few things that I read, if they're what I heard.
Okay.
But then one review was very different to the other review, if that makes sense. So the exclusive Euro 2024 glass, as you can see there, and there's an exclusive mugshot of it. And yeah, the Euro 2024 glass, not nicolated, obviously, but a $2.99 for two with the Euros on. It don't matter if you get drunk and break them. And the football's been that depressing half the time. You could have been drunk and broken.
That's quite a possibility. Okay, let's go for a smell.
We still got two of each, two of the handle ones and two of them ones. That's a proper old school pint glass again. Without
It smells
extra
a little bit
pointers.
yeasty, actually.
Yeah, see, I just get sweet malts. Obviously,
There's a little bit of malt.
it's a Pilsner. So,
Okay, so that's the full can in the glass now. I'm smelling it. I'm not getting a massive amount of aroma from this, but it's a Pilsner. I wouldn't expect to get a lot of aroma.
yeah, you would expect a little bit more. Well, you'd hope for
A little bit
more.
malty, a little bit yeasty almost.
Is there a zest in this, isn't it? I don't know.
It is a little bit. This seems really weird to say, but when people describe some of the aromas like cut grass, I'm kind of getting a little bit of that from this as well.
Cut glass, oh, don't. It's just start smoking it now.
I mean, like your lawn.
Joking.
Not your,
No, not your skunk.
not
Oh,
your
no.
Golden Virginia special.
No, it was a joke. Women, eh? And it is bloody warm today. I haven't, as I say, tried on this batch.
Okay, there's a slight bit of malt on the beginning. Predominantly I'm getting a kind of soapy taste through the middle, which for me isn't particularly pleasant. On the end of it, a slight Pilsner bite, nothing very predominant.
Yeah, see, now for me, I'll go again first, just to be sure. As I say, it doesn't help where I watch other people's reviews beforehand.
The mouth feels a little bit watery.
But I did watch Simon, Real Craft Hour, if I'm honest, and I did also watch Rob, who a lot of you will know. Now, Rob's a home brewer.
No, I don't watch anyone
Yeah.
else's. I go in and I just
I
say
didn't
what I'm
mean to
tasting.
watch it, but it came on. And there was a point Rob made that I didn't want to think, but I do think. And for me, it's not really like a Pilsner. There's very little, as Michelle had pointed out, or any Pilsner bite at all at the end. For me, and this is exactly what Rob said, it swings more to a Helly's. And it is sweet, and there's not much going on. It's okay for what it is. You've got to remember it's only 150 if you work out the rough average of a can.
It's really light bodied for me. The
Oh, yeah,
combination is mild to medium. There is a hint of a Pilsner bite at the end, which I think is actually saving it, to be fair.
But it's, I mean, remember the glass ain't nickel, so we're not opening it with a glass. You can't really read too much into that. But after having their wheat beer, that was weak, in my opinion. A lot of people like that. But their actual fest beer actually stood up. You know,
It wasn't bad, was it?
No, it wasn't bad, especially for the money.
I expected it to be a lot worse than what it was. This for me is really mediocre.
It was a difficult one. I meant to rush it out, but then everyone else kind of rushed it out.
There's a slight metallic-y kind of taste that I'm getting on the aftertaste. I do get that with a fair amount of cans. Drinking out of cans isn't my favourite.
But it's more towards a Helly's than a Pilsner, without a doubt, because there is sweetness. And I've got to admit, it's not great. And it's not great at all, you know. There's the thing of you get what you pay for. On a hot summer's day, would it go down well? Well, it is hot. Look, I'm sweating out here.
If you picked up some of this, it's not totally offensive. You need to get it really, really cold and drink it really quick. Because I think when that warms up, that's not going to be quite so pleasant to drink.
I could, in my younger days, I could have chugged it for fun. But I'm the sort of person now that I'm not going to put rubbish alcohol into my body apart from when I review it. I will not drink any form of rubbish.
He says I'd rather have a coffee or a diet.
I would. I do try them for the sake of
no,
YouTube.
it's Coke Zero, isn't it?
And yeah, Coke Zero, that's it. And I do try them, and I do like to try them. But that's it. I'll have a couple of sips on a review 9 times out of 10, and I'll just say I don't want that. Let's put it this way: in this household, luckily, it's very rare they go down the sink. Because
unless it's really offensive, I will drink it out of principle.
Yeah,
I will not waste the money. But for me, that is very mediocre.
My principle is I've done it, I've been there, I've tried it, I've got the t-shirt.
Not brilliant for me.
I've got to be honest here, and I do find that poor. I've got to go on a 2. To rate my beer 2 out of 10.
No.
It's rubbish.
I think Paul's being quite generous.
Not generous. What, giving it 2? You gave it 4. How do you work out on being generous?
I said, giving it a 4.
You're being quite generous. What we said.
I was debating between a 3 and a 4. It is quite good value. If you got it really cold, you'd be able to sink a few of them.
Nah.
It's that kind of metallic-y taste at the bottom, at the back end that's putting me off the most. It's not brilliant, people, but it is what it is.
It is what it is, yeah. All entitled to our own opinions. Some people have liked it. There's some reviews of people speaking highly of it. That's fair enough. If that's their thing, then so be it. But je ne sais pas pourquoi, s'il vous plaît, and bonjour.